When you flush your toilets, are your toilets draining? When you flush your toilets, is there anything that drains into that water? If so, you need to get on that. And it's totally possible that this has some old septic system from the 1970s. A septic tank could be buried under here, up here. I'm assuming that this is what you thought was a septic system. Nope, not. There's no outlet on this. If it's a septic system, it has to have an outlet on it. And there's no outlet. You wouldn't really pump uphill and over that. That's a totally different setup. This whole thing somebody has put together to save money, and it's a homeowner doing it. Or kind of shady contractors, but my hunch is it's probably a homeowner that did all this stuff. One of the problems you are going to run into if you want to replace your septic system, or I don't know if they're going to press the issue if you ever need to have your septic system repaired. If you want to expand it, or if you have to replace it, that water is going to escalate the cost of a septic system, because septic systems now, from 1990, they have to be a certain amount of feet away from the water. You have 0.65 acres and it's pretty narrow. If you have to install a septic system in order to purify water, the septage, so that it can be clean enough to go into this water, which is, it's kind of their assumption, is that if it's really close to a creek or a stream, any source of water or a well, is that you want it to be really, really pure, so that if it does get in there, it doesn't harm the environment. This is probably, if you ever have to do septic work, going to be a hand dug system. Those are not cheap, and that's just the honest to God truth. I would put water down the commode and see if you're getting any water flow outside the house. And I don't mind coming out here and helping you kind of troubleshoot it. I have a rudimentary camera that I can run down the line. I would first of all make sure that they haven't straight piped into this creek. And I mean, heck, you could take creek water and run it down the house's sewer system and see where it exits. And I don't know, I bet you have some old rudimentary septic system somewhere over in here. I need to talk to you, and I'll pull the permits from the county. There's probably not a permit on this place, but you never know. Pretty little property. Needs a lot of work, but pretty property. Do be careful.